Hi everyone, my name's Kayla Shepherd and I am the founder for Andy's Angels, and I just wanted to talk to you today with Volunteer Week coming up. Just wanted to talk to you about what volunteering means for me. Now, just because I'm a founder doesn't mean that I have to volunteer at every Grief Play Cafe, but I actually do. So I have been volunteering at the Grief Play Cafe since September 2021, from the very beginning, so from the first one. And volunteering is just so rewarding, to be able to give back to the community and to your beneficiaries and to the families that are accessing the services. So for me, I'm further along in my grief journey, which means that I can utilise my lived experience to support our families, children and families that come and access the Grief Play Cafe. But it also means that I can also show empathy to them, but also to our other volunteers who have lived grief experience as well. So volunteering gives me a massive focus in my own grief journey. I can, it allows me to think of different activities to do, engaging, signposting at the time. That's really important, helping families with other, perhaps outside of the bereavement scenario, in just signposting them into other organisations that can help them with other things along the way as well. Being part of the community is just so uplifting. So we collaborate with lots of other organisations, which means we get to meet other volunteers from other charities as well, and it's just so brilliant to be able to see the good that others are doing out there for others. There are so many organisations, so that's also a really good thing to be within the community as well. So when you're volunteering, even if you don't have lived experience in the organisation that you're volunteering in, that's absolutely fine. Just because you don't have lived experience doesn't mean that you can't volunteer at a particular organisation. What you might have is you might have transferable skills that you can offer to those particular organisations, because volunteering isn't always about being face to face with individuals. It could be working in the background, so do any paperwork, administration, anything like that, any support in the background, even if it's like collecting raffle prizes for a fundraising event, or organising community stalls and events and things. So it doesn't necessarily have to be people face to face. What have I learned during volunteering? So I have learnt there are so many amazing people out there. Our volunteering team at the Grief Play Cafe is just like a family. So I have learnt that there are so many supportive people, and we've created this safe space with all these volunteers for other people. What do I enjoy most about volunteering? What I enjoy most is seeing the impact that our Grief Play Cafe has. So it's a very small, one Sunday morning a month from 10 till 12:30, a very small window once a month, but it is a lifeline to so many families. And what I enjoy seeing is new families coming to visit us, meeting new people, and listening and perhaps signposting them if they need help and support. But I also enjoy seeing the children at the Grief Play Cafe, and the smiles and the laughter and the fun that they have. That is just so rewarding. Sometimes we do have some children who come in for the very first time are really nervous, but what I love to see is that actually when they leave for the very first time, they're happy. We often hear that parents say, they don't normally leave my side. They're normally really nervous, but look, they've gone off to play. That's what I really enjoy. And I also enjoy being around our other volunteer team as well. Like I said, they're just like a bit of a family ourselves, so it's another separate family as well. I am a first aid for mental health instructor as well, and I utilise those skills a lot, supporting our volunteers and supporting our families as well. So when you're volunteering, using those transferable skills, like I mentioned earlier, is really, really important, because you can give other things as well. If you're thinking of volunteering, have a real think about what organisations you'd like to volunteer for, because there are so many organisations out there and different roles that might fit in with you. Have a think about what hours you can offer, but something very little can offer a lot to other people. If you're not sure, go out there and find out. Go and find out what the other organisations are locally. Volunteering is just so rewarding, and you just have this joy after you volunteer, because not only you get that support, but you're supporting others at the same time. Is there any outstanding moments that you wish to share? I think there's lots to share, but for me, those outstanding moments are saying goodbye to the children after a grief play cafe, after they've been with us for a while for the morning, and just saying goodbye and just seeing the smiles on their faces, and you kind of sending them off with a little bit of strength for the month until you see them the next time. So that's a little bit about my volunteering journey, and if you are thinking about volunteering, please have a look, please find out, because charities so need volunteers, and I'm sure there is some skill that you can offer to a charity, and it doesn't have to be for hours and hours and hours. Like I said, our volunteers offer a grief play cafe one Sunday morning a month. There are different opportunities out there, so please go out there and find out what opportunities there are. Have a look at the community works kind of volunteering opportunities, because we as charities really need volunteers to run our services. Kayla Shepherd, volunteer at Andy's Angels.